continuing through our communication experiments, testing different methods, showing results, and then we encounter an advanced F-string technique in our communication summary. Look at print, our F-string here that goes into the len, and then the C4C in entity.get communication patterns dot values if C.get success divided by max1 entity interaction attempts :1% for our precision formatting there, close it out. A lot's happening right there. We're demonstrating very sophisticated F-string capabilities, embedding complex expressions, including list comprehensions and nested function calls within F-strings for powerful single-line data processing and display. The outer structure is that F-string part, the F, quote, success rate, the curly braces, complex calculations with the precision formatting of the 0.1%, one decimal place with the percent sign. Inside the curly braces, we have a mathematical calculation with multiple nested operations. We're using the length function, len. We see C4C in entity dot get, which dot values, and then an if C get success. This counts successful communication using a list comprehension. We have the division symbol, the / max, the max function, 1, entity, going down that path, interaction attempts in entity, divides by the total attempts with safety against division by 0. The max, using that for the safety against the division by 0 by putting the 1 there. And then, of course, the formatted precision, starting with the colon, the .1 for one decimal place, and the percentage sign. We're creating a sophisticated data analysis within string formatting, the list comprehension. C4C in entity dot get communication patterns, comma, an empty dictionary, closing parentheses, chaining it to dot values with the open and close parentheses. If C dot get, the parentheses inside of that has the string success, closing that off with the closing bracket, and then that filters communication patterns. So it's saying we only want to find the successful ones, and length, the len function counts them, and then the division calculates the success rate. The nested function calls and list comprehension are working together here. Entity.get safely gets communication data. Inside there, you see communication patterns in a string, comma, empty dictionary. .values extracts all the communication records. C.get success checks each communication for success. The list comprehension filters and collects successful communications. Len counts the successful ones. Max prevents the division by 0. Now that C, you may remember, would be the loop variable. It said for C in entity, got C for C. It represents each individual communication record as we iterate through all the communication patterns. Why are we using C instead of a longer name? It's a common Python convention for list comprehensions where short variable names are used. So C isn't completely random. It stands for communication. It's the first letter of what's being processed. We could have written com or communication, but C is short, and some people think it's clear in context. I do not, but sure, it certainly has the first letter of communication in it. So that's debatable, but it's very common in these kinds of expressions. And it does follow with the standards. Other common patterns, the E for entity is one example. Well, throughout this, we can look at what's really happening step by step. Entity.get communication patterns with the empty dictionary returns that dictionary. Like it might have that timestamp, the communication data 1, timestamp, communication data 2, and so on. .values is extracting just those communication data dictionaries, ignoring the timestamps. The list comprehension then says, for each communication record, which we're calling C, check if C.success is true. So C becomes each individual communication dictionary in turn. First iteration, C equals communication data 1. But on the second iteration, that C loop variable becomes communication data 2. So then the C.get success checks if C is pointing to a record that has a success key that equals true. And with each iteration, it's pointing to that next record. Only the successful communications get included in that final list, and then the length, the len function, counts only those successful communications. So that's how the loop variables in comprehensions represent each item being processed, and C is our temporary name for whatever communication record we're currently examining as part of this loop.